Ready?
Yeah.
Well, I just first I want to thank my family who has put up with a lot, as you can imagine, over the past 2 years of this last election cycle. My opponent started 2 years ago, and so when you always have it in the back of your mind. But I want to thank them for the time that they put out, as being out and as much as I am is quite a is certainly quite a challenge for my family. So I want to say thank you to my lovely wife and my kid, my two daughters and my son-in-law here, and my beautiful granddaughter. So son-in-laws, yes, and so I thank them. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank my opponent. We've had a great spirited debate. It's very clear that my opponent and I have different political philosophies, and that's what we debated. We debated how we would deal with the issues that come before us in the legislature, and I think that was a great opportunity for the listeners to hear. It was a very respectful campaign, and I'm proud of that election cycle that we had, both myself and Deborah Rudolph. In regards to what's ahead, this is something that I continue to talk about because I think it's that big of an issue, and that's the issue of the opiate crisis and the fact that we've made some progress here, but we still have a long way to go. And one of the main issues that I really want to focus on going into the next 2-year cycle is the idea of prevention and education, and what we're going to do to really educate people about the dangers of messing around with drugs, and specifically opiates. We've made some progress in significantly reducing the number of opiates prescribed, and I'm really excited about that. But there's still a lot more to be done, and so that's something that I'm going to focus on. Another big issue that has really been to this entire region, not just the town of Plymouth, has been the decommissioning of the nuclear power plant, and making sure that that's done in a responsible manner. Just recently we got the good news that one of the big issues after the NDCAP committee came out with their recommendations, and that's the Nuclear Decommissioning Citizens Advisory Panel. What happened there is they came out with some recommendations. One of them was to move the spent fuel rod canisters from where it was all the way up to 75 feet above sea level. That was a direct result of that commission that we put together, and I'm really proud that that commission was something that I did with my colleague Dan Wolf back in the Senate, both Republican and Democrat working together. So in closing, I just want to share my commitment that I said that I would promise that I would be honest, hardworking, and effective for my community, and I would do it on a bipartisan basis. And I promise you that that's what I'm going to continue to do now that the people of the Plymouth and Barnstable District has given me another 2 years to serve them.
Ben, can you tell us a little bit about what your understanding of the numbers are at this point?
Right now we have approximately 60-40. We're up about 13,000 votes. We're still waiting on precinct we're still waiting on precinct 15. Again, precinct 15 is a very large precinct in the town of Plymouth. That's 4,000 people voted in precinct 15. They're telling me that's larger than the presidential election, so it's a big turnout there. But at least from what we can gather, we're up 13,000 votes. So even if that went 100%, I'd still, I think we're still there. But again, just honored by the show of support around the district that we've received, both the Cape and here, and still got some more work to do in the town of Falmouth. I lost by less amount, but I still lost Falmouth, so I'm going to continue to work and try to let them know that I'm still fighting, and I'm going to fight hard to earn their trust as well. And hopefully 2 years from now, I might be able to get a victory in Falmouth as well. So to that, just honored by the opportunity. Anything else?
Is that the only town that